Hi, and welcome to SimpleSpiritualityPH. Now, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Regine. I am an intuitive tarot reader, I'm a Reiki healer, and an overall lightworker. And before we dive into today's episode, I would like to invite everyone who would like to receive notifications of my new videos to please hit the subscribe button below. If you like this video later on, please hit the thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions, you want to say hey, just comment down below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me, online for now of course, we'll hear the details. Alright, so let's get to the meat of the video. Now we will preface this video with an excerpt from The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. And the title of this excerpt is You Must Desire to Be Happy. So there, if you can see it. Now let me read it to you. And then we'll discuss it later on, or I'll explain it rather later on. So here we go. There is one very important point about being happy. You must sincerely desire to be happy. There are people who have been depressed, dejected, and unhappy so long that was they suddenly made happy by some wonderful, good, joyous news, they would actually be like the woman who said to me, "It is wrong to be so happy." They have been so accustomed to the old mental patterns that they do not feel at home being happy. They long for the former depressed, unhappy state. I knew a woman in England who had rheumatism for many years. She would pat herself on the knee and say, "My rheumatism is bad today. I cannot go out. My rheumatism keeps me miserable." This dear elderly lady got a lot of attention from her son, daughter, and the neighbors. She really wanted her rheumatism. She enjoyed her misery, as she called it. This woman did not really want to be happy. I suggested a curative procedure to her. I wrote down some biblical verses and told her that if she gave attention to these truths, her mental attitude would undoubtedly change and would result in her faith and confidence in being restored to health. She was not interested. There seems to be a peculiar mental morbid streak in many people, whereby they seem to enjoy being miserable and sad. So, and then it's very interesting because the next excerpt is titled, Why Choose Unhappiness? So we're just going to focus on the first excerpt, which is You Must Desire to Be Happy. Now, first and foremost, a lot of people strive for happiness. Inherently, almost everyone, I think actually quite possibly every person on the planet wants to be happy. But the thing is, they don't want the consequences that come with being happy, And first and foremost, we don't want to judge that. That's something that if you feel that you've been struggling for a while to be happy, or if you feel like you're really just unable to attain a form of happiness for yourself, don't judge yourself for that, And the reason for that is we as humans, our brains are wired to be looking to the familiar. We always want to go to what is familiar to us. And for a majority of the entire human population, that is negativity. We consume it from our experiences, we consume it from television, we consume it from the news, we consume it from other people, friends, family, loved ones, who they may or may not be outright feeding it to us, the negativity. Sometimes it's just really, we're not mindful of it. Sometimes it's even us saying it to ourselves. Like, for example, when we put ourselves down, or when we believe ourselves to be unworthy of the things that we want, or when we judge ourselves. Let's say, for example, I'm not super skinny. Oh, actually, I'm not skinny at all. I'm trying to look for, I'm chubby. There. I'm a chubby person, and I could look at myself and say, "You are so fat." And that could be a source of negativity for me. That could be a source of unhappiness for me. And so the first thing we need to do is to really not judge ourselves for it. We have been trained for so many years as the human race to choose negativity, and that has been hardwired into our grid as humans, into our psyche as humans, into our energy as humans, to always look for negativity as the default, as the familiar thing. Now, that being said, negativity does come with comfort. A lot of times when we stay in the zone of negativity, let's say, for example, we want a better job, but we think to ourselves, oh, I'm never going to get that. Or I won't even try for it because I feel like I'm never going to get it. Something like that. Or something similar to that. See where the comfort level lies. In that situation, the choice was to stay miserable because we didn't want to experience something even more negative than what we're already experiencing. And that something more negative was rejection, And it's so funny because you haven't even tried for that position yet, and already in your mind, you've already said that you've been turned down for that position. It hasn't even happened yet. Remember that fears are false evidence appearing as real. Let me repeat that. That's very important. False evidence appearing as real. So they are false, false thoughts, feelings, beliefs, emotions, even evidence, quote unquote, and they appear real. So they do have an impact on us. They do influence our decisions. They do influence how we think, we feel, believe, and this is one thing that we have to be really mindful of. Because in our pursuit of happiness, in our desire to be happy, we must be willing to let go of the comfort of negativity. Okay? I'm going to repeat that again. In our desire for happiness, in our pursuit of happiness, we must be ready to let go of the comfort of negativity. Don't lie. Don't lie. I know that when you think negative thoughts, there's a kind of satisfaction there. There is, because that means that if you stay in one place, you're never going to be, let's say, for example, rejected by another company or rejected by another person, or you're not going to subject yourself to something that will make you feel even worse than you originally started with, And that's why happiness really should be a decision. Happiness really should be a decision. Now, that's the second most important takeaway from this entire excerpt is you must, again, from the excerpt title itself, it says you must desire to be happy. Now, a lot of us, we really struggle with choosing happiness over our fears. Again, fears are false evidence appearing as real. And when something is so real to you, it's very difficult to kind of like push it away or to ignore it, so to speak. But with every day that you choose happiness, every moment rather that you choose happiness, because it does take a while to get into this kind of frame of thought. For every moment that you choose happiness, you'll find that it now becomes a habit and it becomes easier and easier and easier. So let's take the example of going through a workout. Right now I'm going through the Chloe Ting 4-week summer shred challenge. Okay. And yes, I'm going to have a video on that, but I'm not done with it yet. I'm only like on day 8, so I'm pretty young in it. So on the first day, I almost died trying to do the challenge. My muscles almost died trying to do the challenge because it was so freaking difficult, but I decided that I would do it again the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it in the next couple of days, but as I made that decision, that conscious decision of even just trying to do the workouts and just trying to push myself a little bit more, it became so much easier. And on day 6, I was finally able to do the entire workout without stopping, without pausing, and I was able to do all of the exercises, all of them. Whereas on day 1, it took me almost 2 hours to do like a 30-minute workout. I had to pause so many times because I wasn't used to it. I didn't want to I didn't want to put my body through that kind of pain in general, but I pushed through it. I pushed through with it. I made that decision. And it's the same thing with happiness. It's the same thing with your workout. You know, it's what Neville Goddard says, or it's what Neville Goddard calls a mental diet. You know, you don't just do it once and then it's over with. You're never going to do it ever again. You have maintenance in it. You have to really choose it every second of your everyday. So, if you're really, in a nutshell, if you really want to be happy, foremost, the first and most important thing that you have to do off the bat is to really choose it. You know, be ready to let go of the negative of the comfort rather that comes with negativity. I know it's familiar and I know it's the easier way out. It doesn't feel like that, but by default, if something is familiar to you, that is the easy way out. And it is the easiest choice for your mind and your body to make. But I want you to really make that decision of you are going to be happy if you really want happiness, true happiness in your life. Okay? Now, this concept is all thanks to Dr. Joseph Murphy's excerpt, and actually to Neville Goddard as well, and a little bit from my manifesting coach, because I too have a manifesting coach. I mean, it's really important for everyone to have someone to cheer you on and someone to have an outside perspective of what you are doing to see if it's the correct thing or if it's something that's beneficial to you, you know, to see things which you don't see from your own perspective. So yeah, it's a mix of all of that and a little bit from my spirituality as well, my background in spirituality and energy and tarot and intuitiveness and cognizance and chatter. All right, so yeah, I hope that helped you today. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions you want me to discuss any topic, any spiritual topic, just comment down below. If you would like to receive notifications of my new videos, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you would like your very own tarot reading or Reiki healing session with me online for now, here are the details. And I will see you guys next time. Please stay happy, stay healthy, choose happiness, and yeah, ciao for now.